Finding Your Purpose, August 12, 2021. There was a point in my burnout days when I felt like my time is always running out. It just seems like I have so much to do with so little time. After that, I didn't want to do any task that I had planned or needed to do anymore. And so I ought to find a solution for that, and I did find one. I realized that waking up earlier than usual expands my waking hours, thus giving me more time to accomplish tasks in a day. I'm guilty to admit that it was planned to be something helpful, but it turned out to be something unhealthy. Even though I wake up early in the morning, 5 in the morning to be exact, I still have this bad habit of sleeping late. While I did expand my waking hours, I sacrificed my sleeping hours in return. The result? Headaches and tired morning wake-ups. You see, good habits achieved through bad habits are still bad habits. You must be mindful of these things. Are you compromising something in exchange for your growth? While change does require a fair amount of risks, always remember to choose what risks are worth taking. It's no point to develop a good habit while simultaneously encouraging a bad one. A wrong is not corrected by a correct disguised as a wrong. Be mindful of your actions and start to identify what you really need to do. The less sleeping hours problem of mine is something I wanted to solve. It is because I really wanted to expand my time. An easy fix would just be to sleep early. Logical, right? We'll go back to the idea of logic with which humans already have but still ignore to accept. I need to accept that I need more sleep. I need to accept that it is not healthy for me. And so I simply did. From my normal sleeping schedule of 12 to 1 in the morning, I adjusted it to at least 10 at night. That way, I still have at least the healthy 7 hours of sleep. The early morning I woke up, I felt energized and refreshed. This happened every time that I did it. I was productive every morning. I had time to exercise for a bit and do the things that I love or tasks that I needed to do. This story is so simple that people just belittle its underlying meaning and value. The power of discipline drove it to be possible for me. But more than that, it's knowing why I wanted to do it that is the core reason that it became possible. This is the power of asking yourself the right questions. Not only asking yourself questions, but instead asking yourself the right, correct, appropriate questions. When I felt that I was losing time, I asked, how can I add more time? So I found a solution, to wake up early in the morning. When I felt that I was compromising my health in exchange for that answer, I asked, how can I have more sleep while still maintaining my early morning wake-ups? So again, I found a solution, to simply sleep early. This is a very simple example of how asking the right questions can give you the right answers and results. Take note how I also formulate the questions. The questions are always directed to find solutions and not to find reasons. Instead of asking, why am I experiencing this? Ask, how can I change my situation? Instead of asking, why don't I get what I want? Ask, how can I get what I want? Instead of asking, why is my output bad? Ask, how can I make my output better? Observe that whys are always directed to the past. Why am I like this? Why did it happen? Why? The whys always seek answers that are already given, already done, and already in the past. In return, the why makes you lazy and not accountable for your present actions. The whys give you a reason to justify your wrongs, and it is not healthy. Turning your whys into hows drastically changes your focus. The hows help you seek solutions and answers rather than reasons. The hows keep you motivated, for you will always have something to answer and look for. The human mind is inclined to always find something that's wrong, and while it may seem negative, I find it inspiring. Humans naturally feel happy when we solve problems. That's nature. I could just imagine our ancestors' celebration the moment they discovered how to make fire. I could just imagine Thomas Edison's joy in finally perfecting the light bulb. I could just imagine the thousands of people who got out of drugs, who got out of alcohol and smoking, and other bad habits. They all boil down to one idea, and that is that they have already solved their problems. That's human nature, to be happy when we solve problems. And the good news is that life is full of problems. All of this may seem counterintuitive for you, and you may choose to subscribe to that idea or not. But what I'm offering you here is the unique perspective that most, if not all, visionaries have. It's that ability to turn a problem into an opportunity and not turn an opportunity into a problem. To simply make lemonade when life gives you lemons. That's your purpose. That's our unified purpose as humans. That's the purpose that we lose when we are unmotivated, when we are burned out. There's this misconception that in the future we will all have it figured out. That when we reach a certain age, we will eventually figure things out. That when we already have something, we will figure out what to do. Well, no. This is not the case. There is no figuring out in life because our desires change over time. At one point, you may want something only to get tired of it in the future. You may want a bicycle today, but next week, you already want a car. You may want to have an office job today, but next month, you may want a field job. You may want to travel today, but the moment you're on the road, your mind tells you otherwise. Our desires change. Therefore, we cannot have this figuring out fully satisfied. What we need to do is to accept impermanence. Accept that we will never figure things out. What we can do is to make the most of everything we have and always strive to be better. Your purpose in life should not be something that's achievable, but it should be something that's progressive, something that evolves and is not enclosed in certain limitations. Ironically, I also find that even the mere act of asking for your life's purpose is a privileged question because it just means that you eventually got bored in life, that you have all this time to even think about the reason of your existence. Those people who wake up every day to actively find some food to eat, those people who are struggling in life, are too busy enough to even think about their life's purpose. And I'm not demeaning any of them, but what I'm trying to do is make you realize how lucky you are to even think about these things, to even read this article on your screen, to even have a roof over your head, food on your plate 3 times a day, a family to come home to, friends to rely on, etc. I told you this to keep our ideas grounded, that we are also a part of something bigger. Life is naturally full of problems, and we'll start living life if we treat problems as resources and not as obstacles. This ability to convert problems into opportunities is the prime purpose of life. What you need to do is to simply ask yourself the right questions, and the problems you have will solve itself. But then again, that's me, and please, feel free to disagree. Hey guys, if you like listening to this article, you can check out more articles like this one on my website. Just click the link in the description box below. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you for listening. Have a great day.